Okay, so another piece of this puzzle, which, they don't always have to go in this order. So you could flip this with competencies. This is just another component. So the next question is, where do you want to go with your career based on where you are right now? It may change and evolve over the years, and that's okay. And you want to be on the lookout for that. But right now, based on where you are, where do you want to go? How would you love to have it unfold? And I will throw out a cautionary flag here to really be true to yourself. Be honest with yourself about what is it that motivates you? What is it that drives you? Oftentimes, in our culture, we are raised to respond to extrinsic motivators of people celebrating us, giving us rewards. So we can't help but sort of get pulled into that system where, it's great to get compensated, it's great to get awards. So I would ask you just to pause and to really look inward at what it is that motivates you. What is your why? Why does something feel fulfilling to you? Why is it motivating to you? Why does it feel like it's impactful to you and others when, it unfolds a certain way? And really look at, do you want to create impact? Is your why that you like having power? You like having influence over things? Is it that you're motivated by abundance? Is it that you have a deeper purpose? So really exploring what those are. And each time you start to get to an answer, then you would ask why again, like, why does that motivate me? And then you go another layer down until you really get to what feels like the root. You want to get to the root of it. And the reason I feel like this is really important is, again, sometimes people can be on a career path for years and find themselves unfulfilled. They don't know why. And then suddenly they realize it's because their why is not matching up with the way that they are being in their career. Maybe something has changed. Maybe something happened in your life and it kind of transformed you and your why has shifted. So it's always great to check back in on what is your why now and making sure that it matches with where you want to go in your career. So looking at, some other questions to consider are, where are you now? What are all the things that you would say that describe your current role? Where you want to be. So what's different? Where would you like it to be? And is it a really big gap? And if so, are there some intermediary steps of where you want to be so that you can build up to it? Or is it something that you can leap into? And again, that comes back to the competencies of looking at, if I want to switch from where I'm at in this leadership role or this element or layer of my career, then what would I need to do and gain and develop to get to the next level in my career trajectory of where I want to go? I'm sure you all know people who have been promoted and just had opportunities come to them and they end up, getting these great roles, and sometimes they're not happy. So again, it's really important to be conscious as you navigate through this. Also, you can start creating a vision for what you would like it to look like, not only how you would be in the day, maybe the environment that you work in, maybe the conversations you're in, looking at, some of the values. And you really want to also look at the non-negotiables. What are the non-negotiable key elements that you must have as your career evolves? Do you have to have flexibility? Do you have to work in a culture that feels really healthy? Do you, what do you need to have that if it wasn't there, you just couldn't do it? So it all comes back to knowing yourself and knowing your priorities, your values, and what things must be there. And then on the flip side, what are your non-negotiables that are a hard no? Whether it's like the kind of culture, if it's like a cutthroat culture, super competitive, people don't help each other, maybe that's kind of fun for you. But if it's something that's like a hard no, then you have that framework and it helps you to clarify. do you want to travel? What do you want your commute to be like? What organizational values do you want to have? So you want to look at all those different pieces, and then it can help you, again, clarify and also sift through some of the things that are not a fit. So take some time, think about these, do some journaling, and I'll be back in a moment to wrap up.